All right, we are live.
Well, everyone, welcome to the Facebook Live, Instagram Live, and YouTube Live. I'm excited to be with all of you. I'm going to give a few minutes to allow people to come on, and sorry we're just a few minutes late. This is something we're going to start doing on a monthly basis or regularly, and so anyways, learn a few things right now, so thank you for your patience. And I see that people are coming on all over the country, so thank you so much for joining us, and we are grateful that you're part of our community. Seriously, I've said this in the emails, but the reason we do what we do is because of you, and really what we're all about is setting people free in this digital world. And so anyways, we'll talk more about that, but something we're really, really excited about, and something that we work every day to become better. And again, that's for each one of you and for all of us. So anyway, well, I'm going to go ahead because it is about 9:04 and get started. And so I'm going to share my screen. So hold with me just a second. There we go. I'm letting this update. I don't know exactly why it kicked me out, but okay. So the first thing that I wanted to do is thank you so much. I sent an email out asking you to rate the app, and this is just a few examples of many people that have of the community who have gone in and rated the app, and that is very, very, I really appreciate that, because it declares to the world the quality of the software of the platform that Qube Money is building. And if you haven't had the opportunity to rate the app, I invite you to go and do it. Because this really does. It's why we do what we do, and it also tells the world what we're doing and the quality of what we're doing. I just wanted to read one of these. This here, I am now here. So my favorite financial tool. So I don't usually leave reviews, but I've seen so many good services fail because of low adoption or bad management. AM1 Finance. That I have to write this to tell everyone how amazing Qube is. I may be an outlier, but I have dozens of Qubes, each for every bill or subscription I have. My budget is now a well-oiled machine that I barely ever think of or worry about. I'm finally able to split my direct deposits with confidence, sending to Qube almost exactly the amount of money I know I'm allowed to spend in bills, groceries, etc., and the rest to savings and investment accounts I never touch. Thanks to Qube, I don't overspend, and I finally feel I have my financial health back on track. I can't recommend this enough. It's the best $70 I've ever spent. Get it? So anyways, I really appreciate that, and I appreciate all of your reviews. And again, if you haven't reviewed, we're both on the App Store and obviously the Google Play Store, whichever you use. So, but thank you. And I just want to share something with you. Okay, so this is the historical household debt balance in the United States of America. Okay, and you can see that the balance started around 1950, and look at what's happened. Okay, now guess what happened in 1950? This is the exact time that the first credit card or spending card was invented. Isn't that interesting? And you can see what's happened. And as a result of this, honestly, crisis, there have been thousands and thousands of people who have become financial health experts that are flooding the internet with information about how to create financial health, tons of education. But you can also see that that hasn't done very much to change the trend of what's happening. And it would be interesting to go to 2023 because it's gone up by another trillion in the past year. Okay, so that's what we're facing as a society. And the interesting thing about money is there's two parts of money. There are the facts. That's like what our investment account balances are, our bank account balances, our credit card balances, and so forth. But then those facts create feelings, and those feelings lead to a lot of social issues that our society is facing. And when you consider that literally 50% of the United States of America is living paycheck to paycheck with literally no money to deal with unexpected expenses, and then 80% are nowhere near where they need to be for retirement. And then only about 10% are like well prepared, And so these feelings are leading to divorce, mental illness, high blood pressure, and other physical issues, distraction at work, and all sorts of things, breaking up families, okay? And so I want you to think about, and actually even put in the chat, what has Qube Money changed? How has Qube Money changed your life? What is it? What impact has it made? You might be somebody that just barely joined, and so you're looking forward to that change. Or perhaps you're somebody that's been using it for a year or 2 years, and where you were living paycheck to paycheck, and when you would go and buy gas, you might have wondered, man, is this money that I'm going to need to pay for my power bill next week? And not knowing that, right? Or even feeling at the end of the month, man, is this transaction going to go through? Do I have enough money to cover this? Or perhaps like my wife and I, where we just hesitated to spend money because we just didn't know, we didn't have a plan, even for our children's birthdays and family fun. The very reason that we make money, we hesitated to do those things because we didn't have a plan and we didn't know, right? And so we forewent a lot of things that we wanted because of money, which is exactly opposite of how money should be, right? The other question I have is, how has Qube Money changed your feelings about money? And again, I would love to hear what you have to say in the chat, because this is something we really believe, that when your use of money aligns with your purpose of money, then you experience joy, you experience fulfillment around money. And so our whole design, as one of the founders of this company, has been to make it easy to plan your money and then follow that plan. That's, in its simplest sense of Qube Money, that's what this is all about. Because the fact is we all have 24 hours in a day, right? But when we plan our day, we get more done. And it's no different with money. So we just need an easy way to plan it and an easy way to then follow that plan, right? So that's what Qube Money is all about. And I'm proud to say that as a company, we have turned the heads of some of the greatest experts in the industry. So this is Mary Carlson, and she says, as a personal user, Qube Money has the power to change not only financial behavior, but relationships and lives. And so she's a doctor of financial planning and counseling, and does research in this area, runs a research team, and it's been amazing to see her support of Qube Money. It's really awesome. And then also Daniel Crosby, a New York bestseller on financial behavior. And it was so cool. I was talking to a man at a big event and started mentioning Qube Money. He goes, oh, I was actually on the plane with Daniel Crosby, and he could not quit talking about Qube Money. So anyways, really exciting to see the experts that are jumping on board because of the impact that Qube Money makes in people's lives. Okay, and so, anyways, and I'll just finish off by sharing for our family, we've really, I've been an entrepreneur, haven't worked for anybody since I was in college, and that isn't exactly the easiest path. There's lots of ups and downs and uncertainty in your income, and we've struggled to know how to manage money to facilitate a large family and our relationship and so forth. And there's been times when we've had six-figure debt hanging over our heads, and that pressure always on us. And we've struggled to budget because we didn't have an easy way. I'm not good at tracking expenses after the fact. It just never worked for us. And it actually made us feel guilty and made us feel like we were never getting anywhere. And Qube Money has changed all that for us and literally given us a six-figure emergency fund, and so that we really feel much calmer, much more in control, and much more confident about our money. And that's the mission of what we want to do for each one of you. So I'm going to really quick just share with all of you some of the updates that we've made to Qube Money over the past few months that you may not be aware of. Okay, so first of all, let me open this up. First of all, if you come in, and by the way, this is our family's budget. Okay, so this is something that we use on a regular basis. But so one of these things is on your gold cubes, and we have all of our kids as savings that are younger. By the way, the family account with kids without phones is going to be added. You're going to be able to add kids without phones in the next couple of weeks. You're also going to be able to add adults as kid cards. And so, anyway, some cool things coming ahead of us on the family account. But so we added that you can add a gold cube in-app. Before, the only way to add a, so that's one of the areas that we made an update. The other is on your spend, we've got the quick search bar up here where I can search kids, and then there's the reimbursed kids, or I could random giving, right? And there it is. So anyways, so we added a quick search to make it faster and easier to find the cube that you want to access. Also, on your scheduled, we did a couple of things. One is we made so that you could edit the transaction series. Okay, and so before you couldn't, you'd have to delete it and then restart it. So we added the ability to edit that, and that's simply by going to your activity screen down here at the bottom. It looks like a graph, and then go to scheduled. You can click on those, and then you can edit the series. Okay, so that's an ad that a lot of people wanted. Actually, let me also, in going into edit, we also added that you could customize the frequency of the schedule. So, like, let me go back there. You can actually say, hey, I want this daily, weekly, custom. And so if I want to do custom, I could do every day, or I could do it every 3 days, right? And I can change, or every week, every month, year. So it allows me to then be able to select exactly the frequency, and it makes it very versatile so that you can schedule recurring transactions at whatever frequency that you want, okay? Which is super convenient, okay? So that's another thing we recently added. I'm not going to show this, but because I'm not signed up for camp, and I don't want to go to my profile screen because of my numbers, but you can also customize your card, and there's a salmon color and a blue and multiple different card designs, so you can customize that. We have that. One other thing that I actually really love is the cube opens in place. So instead of popping up to the top, it opens in place, so it keeps my like the organization. So if I come up here and I say, hey, I want it the manual sort, it goes and sorts it exactly like I want, but it keeps it in line. So that's another thing that we've added. And then the last thing that I would just wanted to share is that, again, family is going to be upgraded so you can add kids. And lots of people have been asking for this, and we've been hearing you loud and clear. So kids without phones will be able to have their own Qube account and card. And then also, if you want to add an adult like a nanny or a grandparent or whatever to your family account, you'll be able to do that. Okay? So those are some of the updates that we've made in the last 90 days that we're really excited about. So let me go back here, and there we go. And then the last thing that I wanted to share with you all before I open this up to question and answers is that as CEO, I have a sincere desire to help millions of people set millions of people free. And what that means to me is helping them break the paycheck to paycheck cycle, eliminate debt, and experience more peace, joy, and freedom with money. And I believe that we can do this together. That's why I've been asking for the app reviews. I encourage you to share Qube Money. We're actually going to shortly add a store to our website so you can buy swag and support support the brand. You know what I mean? But to get the word out, because we've spent almost 5 years and almost $10 million building what I believe is the most advanced banking and budgeting technology in the world. And friends, we're not done. We have many more things to come with high yield savings, with a budget wizard that makes setting up your budget really easy and simple, debt elimination, bill pay, remote check deposit. And we've heard you provide a lot of feedback. And so those things are coming. But the fact of the matter is the state of the app today is incredible. It's changing lives. And the only thing that's preventing this from growing like crazy is people knowing about it. And there's no better way for people to know about it than from a friend, a trusted friend like you and like me. And so, anyways, we're going to do some fun things over the next couple months to make sharing the app a lot of fun. And also, in taking the role as CEO, I've actually spent the last several weeks really going through our business model, going through our expenses, and something that it's become very clear to me is inflation is real. Okay, it's not just the grocery store, but it's affecting our cost of business, and so it's time for us to update our plans and increase our pricing so that we can continue to fulfill our mission and be here to serve you for generations to come. And that's really who we are and who we want to be. Okay, and so here are the new plans. I'm going to detail them really quickly, but one thing I want to just share before is there's going to be a 30-day window where we want to honor all of you as our community and give you the opportunity to extend today's pricing for a year. And I'm going to show you how to do that, okay? So first of all, let's go over the different plans. So we are going to update the basic plan to become the light plan, and it is going to be truly free. It's going to be $0 per month. And that plan is going to allow somebody to have 3 cubes. It's only an individual account, and it will be a digital card only. If you want a physical card, you can purchase a physical $12, which is the price of 1 month of the premium. Okay, And if you want additional cubes, there will be an additional fee for each cube you add. All right. So then the premium is going to be $9 a month if you pay for it annually. Okay, so it's only an increase of $1, but it's $108 paid annually. Or if you choose to pay monthly, it'll be $12 a month. And this will give you unlimited cubes. It'll give you the joint account if you so wish, and obviously the partner notifications. And one thing that we decided to do on all of our plans is all the plans will enjoy all of our automation, scheduled transactions, and all of that, so someone can experience. And the thing that will be limited is the number of people that are allowed on the plan, and then the number of cubes. And obviously, with the premium, you're going to get a physical card with that as well. Okay, and then on the family, again, it's the same unlimited cubes, up to 5 authorized users with parent permissions and parent view, so that you can see. And the pricing of the family is $15 a month if you pay it annually, so $180 paid annually, or $19 per month if you pay for it monthly. Now, again, the cool thing is for the next 30 days for our community, you can extend today's pricing for another year, which if you do that for the premium, it's $6.58, literally. And our competitors like InApp and Every Dollar and so forth that don't have banking connected to it, it's not real, are charging more than the prices that we're going to. And you can do it for $79 paid annually and lock in today's price for a year. Okay, and you're going to receive an email with the links to make this possible. Now, there's there's actually three types of users in our community. There's the basic users, and obviously that's really easy. You simply just upgrade to the premium annual, and you pay the $79. There's also the premium and family monthly subscribers, and that's also very simple. You just simply go to your profile screen, manage your account, and you upgrade to the annual premium / annual family, whichever one you choose for that. Then we also have all of our annual subscribers on the annual premium, the annual family. For you, we are going to provide a link that will allow you to sign up for that and extend it for another 12 months. And we actually don't have that automated, so our customer support team will then go ahead and charge your account and upgrade you for an additional 12 months. So if you've paid through the end of this year, when you pay the $79 or the $149, it will extend it for an additional year all the way through December of 2024. So you'll keep what you've already paid for plus additional 12 months. Okay? And again, we're doing this because we appreciate you. We appreciate your loyalty. We appreciate you being part of the Qube Money family. And we are grateful for all that you do for us. And so that's why we're maintaining that price for you. So with that, I am going to open this up for any questions and answers. And actually, I would love Emma and Taylor. They're on our marketing team. They do a ton to help us, and I would like them to come on and help me answer questions. And then they've also, I know, been answering them. So, okay, so just here for one thing. When will we get mobile deposits and checks? Okay, so that is a great question. And I'm going to tell you that we are going to offer that by the end of third quarter this year. There was a couple of things that we were waiting for to make that happen. And to be frank with you, there's going to be some really phenomenal changes with our banking relationship that allows us to do these two things, as well as offer high yield savings on all your gold cubes, which I'm super stoked out. Add Zelle add wire. So anyways, there's some really cool things coming because of an update in the banking relationship. So that's a good question. Okay, so Mason said it helps my wife and I be on the same page when it comes to bigger purchases, made us realize how we can afford a second car, etc. That is really cool. When will visual reports or historical spending be available? Oh, so Jeff, those are available right now. So if you go to your profile screen, you will see actually. I'll open it up because I don't remember the exact wording. So if you go over and just view statements on your profile screen, it's the middle button. There's 6 buttons. It's the middle one. And when you open that up, it will bring you to your statements and reports. So it shows you your bank statements. If you go down, it'll show you your reports. And those reports are based on your budget. So they're spending based on your Qube budget, and it'll show you each Qube and all of those things. So the transactions per Qube and everything, and it's very detailed. So okay, so I answered those questions. Are there any other questions that you guys would like to ask me? What's the timeline on bill pay and mobile check deposits? Okay, actually, I already answered that. So, okay, so I have a question. Can you guys add Plaid to the account? I have a hard time finding the bank when they do Plaid. So, yes, we can. That hasn't been a high priority, Jotik. So that's something that we need to look at and prioritize. With most apps, you can actually do a manual connection where they send the micro deposits and you input them in. That's what I've done with Venmo. That's what I've done with Apple Cash, and so forth. And it's actually worked really well. One thing I like about the physical connection using microdeposits is when the technology changes in some way and it breaks that connection with Plaid, for example, I don't have to go re-authenticate, every few months. So, oh, thank you, Jennifer. I did forget to say that. So the new pricing is going to go into effect July 1st. Okay, so 30 days from tomorrow. And the best pricing that you're going to get on upgrading to the annual is right now. Okay, so if you're interested in extending your pricing in today's pricing, I would go ahead and get that done as soon as you can, because it will. This is the best price it'll ever be for those who upgrade the earliest. Okay. Katie, my husband and I are brand new to Qube. What is the best way for us to learn how to use it effectively for our family? That's a great question, Katie. So the Help Center is actually incredible. In fact, let me share my screen, and I'm going to go to the Help Center. And also, as I'm opening this up, you can go into your app and go again to the pro, and there's a blue banner right underneath your name that says "Learn how to use Qube" right in the app. And if you click on that, there are cards: getting started, depositing money, create and edit Qubes, what is the Qube Cloud, where are spending Qubes, how do I make an Amazon purchase, what are bill Qubes, how do I fund my Qubes, what are Qubeless transactions, what are gold Qubes. And each one of those cards, when you open it, takes you to our Help Center. In the Help Center, let me actually share this just a second. I'm just opening website, and let me share my screen. Okay. Oh, and by the way, if you haven't taken our money personality quiz, it's really a fun quiz, and it's amazing how accurate it is at defining how you manage and spend money. Okay, so it's kind of fun. But if you just come down to this, to one, we've got a great support team that responds within very quickly. But then also down here at the bottom, see the Help Center? You can click on the Help Center, and you have some major areas, but getting started and using Qube are very, very good. And if you come in here and you're like, okay, so what is the overview screen? There's a quick video that explains what it is, and then a description, and then also screenshots on all those. And it creates, I mean, it's very, very good. And then also our YouTube channel also has these short videos, tutorial videos that will really help you understand how to use Qube. So I'm actually, one other thing, let me actually go to QubeMoney.com. I stopped sharing. Under QubeMoney.com, when you log in, you'll see Qube Masters. We give you free access to the orientation section as well as the budgeting section. And those budgeting lessons, they're organized in 5-minute increments, so 5-minute lessons with a 5-minute activity that helps you implement your budget into Qube Money. It's also very helpful, can really give you a great jumpstart on how our philosophy around money and how Qube Money works. So that's another area. So 3 areas I talked about are the Help Center, and you can access it right through your profile screen with Learn More About Qube. You can also go to our website and go to the Help Center, our YouTube channel, and then the Qube Masters course. And the free section is how to budget with Qube Money. So, okay, Rod, when will you pay interest on goals? Okay, so we're looking at this by the end of 3rd quarter this year. Okay, that's what we're looking for. If that squeezes into 4th quarter, but that is coming, Rod. Great question. Trey, is there a bi-monthly option to delegate funds to bills and cubes? I have to do 2 separate instances for delegation. Yes, there is. So let me actually share my screen on that. Present. Entire screen. Share. Okay. And let me expand that. Okay, so these are the articles I was talking about underneath your profile. So if you go down to your overview screen, and that shows the little 1 on it down at the bottom, the quick action, the 4 squares that just highlighted in blue, and you come here to funding. You actually, right underneath the cloud balance, you see that little paint bucket with the drip coming out. You can come here and you can say, hey, I want to fill 50% of my budget, because I'm doing that twice a month, and it populates 50% of your budget. Now, if you need to change something, you can just simply click in any of those and change how much you want to. If you want to clear it completely out, you simply swipe left and push clear, and it'll zero out. So it makes so that you can fund those quickly. Now, flash announcement. We're doing some things with the budgeting part of Qube Money, and it's first going to be introduced on the web, but that makes it so much easier to set up and automate your budget. And that is it's in Q&A right now, getting ready to be released. I've experienced it, and it's really awesome. So that is coming, and it will make it easier to do that. So I hope that answers your question on that. Let's see here. There we are. Okay, Christopher, will there be an in-app way to request international card access for vacations? Actually, that is a great point, and we haven't considered that, Christopher, but I love that idea. Emma, will you write that down? I want to make sure that that gets to Sarab. That's not a hard thing to do, so it's just a matter of making that a priority. Melody, when is it going to be easier to add funds or deposit a check? Fund transfers take 3 to 5 days. That is too long for those that are paid monthly. Please don't say direct deposit because that isn't an option. Okay, thanks, Melody. Okay, so there's some neat things that we're doing right now to increase the limits on like using Cash App. Apple Cash, or Venmo, or I'm trying to think, PayPal, where you will be able to transfer. I'm not going to say the exact limits because that varies depending on your limits, but a significant amount of money, enough money per transfer that you can fund the budget. And we're testing it, and you can get it into the app within 15 seconds. Okay, so it wouldn't be unlikely for you to be able to deposit $5,000 in 15 seconds. Okay, so we're looking at some of those things. The interesting thing is ACH is the most risky way to bring money into a bank account because of the laws that allow people to take. So the fraudsters, that's what they really try to do, to be honest. And so, anyways, we've been trying to figure out ways to make that easier. But the other thing is as you use Qube Money, your limits will move up. And when your limits move up, it makes it easier and easier to deposit money. Another thing that I do, Melody, is I actually have Qube Money set up as an external account with my bank. And so I have automatic transfers scheduled for the 25th of the month for money to go from there into here when I need to do that. I actually use direct deposit, but I know that isn't an option for lots of people. And then also the remote check deposit, that is coming. But realize that with every bank, there are limits on how much. I've been with Chase for forever, and I have a limit of how much money I can deposit through a check. They won't let me exceed that. And so there, as is custom to all banks, there are definite limits to protect us against fraud. Okay, will we be able to have widget access to be able to change Qube seamlessly? It's a bit of a pain to go into the app every time. So Brenda, those things, we are contemplating widgets and things like that. Those things will become a priority after we finish these things that we really want to do to make the banking experience, like remote check deposit, high yield savings, the budget wizard, making it really easy to set up your budget, those types of things. Then we'll move into the widgets and so forth. And I see that as a 2024 sprints. Do you guys plan on partnering with an ATM network for free withdrawals? Yes, actually, we're in the process of doing that right now. Good question, Lou. And the name of the company is All Points, and they have like 50,000 ATM machines, so it's very extensive. So the timeline for high yield savings, I'm working hard to have that done by the end of third quarter. Thanks, David. I am too. I'm really excited. Brent, will you be able to pay for a debit card on the free plan? If so, how much will it cost? Yes, you will be able to. It'll be $12 to buy the debit card. And how much will additional cubes cost on the free plan? To be honest with you, that's set, and we discussed it, and it wasn't really. I can't remember, Brent. So all of you who are not part of the cubicle, is our community where you can ask questions and get answers and share success stories. It's a really cool group. So I'll answer that, Brent, for you, or I'll have our product team answer that in the cubicle today. Yeah, cubicle on Facebook. That's correct. Okay, let's take just a couple more questions. It's been really fun for me to be with all of you, and I love the questions, and it really is important feedback so that we can continue to move forward and develop an amazing product. Okay, so Daniel, I see a lot of people are having a lot of problems with online banks lately, like Apple Bank, Envel. People can't see their money. Will this happen with your bank? I think that actually has to do with the front end technology, and that technology, we've had zero of those problems, and I don't foresee us having any of those problems. We do, like, one thing that I hope that all of you recognize is that as a company, we take fraud and compliance extremely seriously. We also take, like, the stability of what we're building extremely serious. Okay, we are a startup. There are lots of pressures. There's lots of costs. There's a lot of things we're working hard to do, and definitely we're not bulletproof, right? And we are dependent upon our partners, but we've worked very hard to build relationships with partners who are the leaders in the industries that they are in, with the services that they provide. And so can I guarantee? No, I can't, but I'm confident about the partnerships that we have and the quality that they are. So okay, so it's $1 per month per cube is how much each additional cube costs. So, Rod, we actually do authenticate through a 2FA with a text, but you're talking about an app authenticator. To be honest, we haven't discussed that, so I don't know the answer to that. Emma, will you actually write that down as well? Fatigue. Okay, I just need cash deposits, and Qube Money would be the perfect bank, especially for the budgeters who have cash on hand. That's Emma. Could you also write that down, please? There are definite services through Walmart and so forth where people could deposit cash, and that would be that's an interesting objective. So. Okay, David, yes on the 2FA. Thank you. Is there a way to get information presented in Cubicle other than Facebook? I don't know if I understand that question. So, is there a way, if you're looking for a way to submit requests, there definitely is. In fact, if you go in to the app and go to the profile screen, that down towards under setup direct deposit, it's customer support, but then there's submit feedback, and so that feedback is taken directly into our team, and that's a way that you can submit feedback. So anyways, I hope that answers your question. Yes, I've had issues with phone numbers changing and losing access to account before. Oof, I didn't get to read that. Changing and losing access to account before is why I ask. Oh, I see. And then that requires you to connect with our customer support team, and that takes more time and not automated. I see what you're saying, Rob. Emma, could you write that as a reason why to do 2FA? Okay, you guys. Well, thank you so much for being with me today. We will have more Facebook Lives in the coming weeks and months, and I'm excited to take the helm of Qube Money and go and literally transform lives. And I invite you to join me on this effort to set people free from financial stress. And so, anyways, thank you for being part of this mission with us. And I'm excited about what we're doing. So, have a great day, and we'll talk to you soon. Thanks. Bye.